The big Chevy has two ports that are similar but very different. One port flows more than the other, and with this head, the better port flowed 300 out of the box, the lesser of the ports flowed 275. After the work that I did, we saw significant gains on both intake ports, both of them picking up 30 CFM each, as well as on the exhaust, it picked up about 27 CFM.
Okay, well, right now we're assembling the heads. Graham's actually doing all the work. I get to do the easy stuff. We like to just verify that all the springs are good, so we set our spring tester up, just stick them all in there to make sure that all the springs are the same, that for some reason we didn't happen to get one box that happens to have one weird spring. Just attention to detail stuff so we don't do something stupid. This spring tester's been around since Tony Christian used to have his motors done here back in the 70s. And one of the initiations here is everybody who's new here gets the Tony Christian trick that he does to you, and he explains how strong. I mean, you got to remember, Tony Christian's a bad dude, you know, and he's been around forever, and he's going to tell you he was so strong that he could hold this spring tester with more strength than anybody here. So, of course, every one of us idiots went to do it, not realizing that Tony Christian was holding a piston pin in his hand. Now Graham is setting up what's called the height of the spring. He uses a tool that mimics the spring, and by unscrewing the tool, it stretches out the area between the cylinder head and the retainer, and it gives you a number so that you know what size shim you need on each of the holes. Graham then writes it down on the valve cover rail of the head, so he knows when it comes time to put it together, he knows what size shim he's going to need in order to put the spring on quickly. It's production line stuff that he does it fast like this. That way, to be 100% honest with you, I don't even need to help him. I probably get in the way at this point. So. My bolt rubs the sides pretty good, but it doesn't hit bottom, if you know what I mean. Well, we've run into our first glitch. The Holley cylinder heads have a raised exhaust port on it, so the ARP bolt kit that we bought is a standard length set of exhaust bolts, and on a normal big block Chevy, the exhaust bolt is probably, I'd say, about an inch shorter than these. They raise the exhaust obviously to make more power, so when you go to order a set of the Holley heads, try to remember that you're going to need 4 extra bolts that are about an inch longer. So that's what I think we're going to call it quits for tonight. Of course, Graham won't give up. He just won't give up. He's a man on a mission. We'll see you tomorrow.